All right, here we go. Let me plug the joint. Why over communication kills attraction. Now, some of you may recall about 5 years ago during the COVID pandemic, I dropped the joint talking about this very thing. Now, in the initial joint that I dropped, I told you guys a story that I'm about to share with you in just a moment. But let me say this, and I want guys to think about something. When you talk about communication or communicating with people, okay, part of effectively communicating with people is leaving out miscellaneous things that are unimportant, right? And focusing more on the things that are pertinent to getting the job done. Okay, whatever it is you're trying to do with women, you should only be communicating what you need to communicate to get that job done. And then when women are communicating back to you, you should only be focused on women communicating to you where they are in alignment with what you communicated to them. You see what I'm saying? So let me illustrate my point by saying this. I'll use a movie trailer, right, as a parallel. So imagine, right, you're watching a movie trailer. There's anticipation, there's curiosity, and there's intrigue to see this movie, right? You saw the movie trailer, you're excited, right? And then one day, you're having a conversation with a group of people. And this same movie that you haven't seen yet, that you are excited to see, they start talking about key details of the movie that were never in the trailer. So now you're hearing about the plot, you're hearing about the antagonist in the movie. So now, the intrigue, the mystery, the anticipation, the excitement, all that's gone. You don't want to see the movie anymore, right? A lot of times when you guys talk to women, that's exactly what happens. See, when you first meet women, give them the trailer. Don't give them the plot. Give them the trailer, right? So that way, the intrigue, the anticipation, the excitement can be there, right? So let me get into this story. What are we talking about? And I'm sweating like a motherfucker. Woo! This shit is humid out this motherfucker. Anyway, let me get back to the point. Fellas. Again, 5 years ago, working with this coworker, right? Female coworker, right? And periodically, you know, she would talk about, you know, her dating life and her sexual tryst and all these different things she was doing. One particular day, she's talking to a group of us about this one particular guy that she matched with. Now, let me say this real quick. She was a combination of physically and sexually attracted to him. Okay, I want guys to understand what I'm saying. She was a combination of physically and sexually attracted to him, right? So if a woman is sexually attracted to you and she doesn't desire to want to fuck you, it doesn't mean she doesn't think you're handsome. She just doesn't want to fuck you anymore. Now, let me get back to the story. So she's telling us about this guy, right? So they matched on one of the dating apps. As soon as they matched, she knew she wanted him sexually. As soon as they matched, she saw the picture, she read the bio, and she had already come to the conclusion that he's the type of guy she could see herself having sex with. So when he set up the date, she was, of course. So in her mind, she had already anticipated, when we go out on a date, if he wants to have sex, I'm down. Right? She's already ready to go, right? Now, what ended up happening the week leading up to the date, he shared so much information about his life that she canceled the date. She no longer wanted to see him. And one of the guys was like, you just said he was handsome, what happened? And she's like, yeah, he's good looking. That hasn't changed, but I don't want to fuck him now. And the reason why she didn't want to have sex with him, this is what she said. She said, there's no mystery to him. There's no intrigue. There's no curiosity. He shared so much about himself that I feel like there's nothing new to get to know. Stop right there. Guys, part of what makes a woman excited to see you again is finding out shit about you that she doesn't yet know. That's the anticipation, that's the mystery, that's the intrigue, that's the excitement. I can't wait to see this guy. Because what he's already shown me is drawing me in. It's drawing me in. The problem with a lot of you guys, yeah, you can draw women in, but almost as soon as you draw them in, you repel them away. Because you talk too goddamn much. Guys, keep the main thing the main thing. Whatever the main thing is, all of your conversations should be centered around the main thing. Period. It doesn't matter what women say they want. Women rarely know what they need from a man, but they always know what they want. That's your job as a man, to give women what they need. Okay? And what a woman needs is to understand, if she wants to find out anything about you, she needs to meet you face to face. No messaging on the dating apps, no texting back and forth. No, we're not gonna talk on the phone. If you wanna fuck with me, if you wanna get to know me, face to face. And even then, keep the main thing the main thing. Why over communication kills attraction? You guys share too much. And let me just say this about mystery, right? Because you have a lot of PUAs and goofy guys on the internet talking about being mysterious. You cannot purposely be mysterious. It don't work that way, right? When you're truly mysterious, the only reason you're truly mysterious is because you only share with women what they need to know, not what they want to know. Not only that, you limit your interactions with women to strictly face-to-face meetups where sex is happening. Period. That's how that works. Again, why over-communication kills attraction? You guys talk too fucking much. A woman does not need to know your life story in 7 days. And speaking of that, let me say this. For a lot of you guys and just men in general, there are women that know more about y'all in 7 days than they know about me in a calendar year. Let me say that shit again. For a lot of you guys, women know more about you in 7 days than they know about me in a calendar year. Why? I keep the main thing the main thing. And even if women want to know information to things, you don't have to answer their questions. Always redirect them back to the main thing. Like, share, and subscribe. I'll be back at y'all next week for the Manhood is a Skill Set show on the Real Game No Theory. Peace.